Right now, over 90 million Americans are sitting directly in the path of a dangerous storm system, and most of them have no idea what is about to hit their city in the next few hours. If you live anywhere east of the Rockies, this video could save your life or the life of someone you love. I am about to break down the exact timing, city by city, state by state, for over 270 locations across the United States. And here is my promise to you: stay with me until minute 5, because that is when I will reveal the shocking twist that almost no forecaster is talking about yet, a brutal pattern change that could flip everything upside down by next weekend. But first, let me tell you what just happened yesterday, because this is where the story gets personal. A massive wedge tornado tore through Union City, Michigan. We are talking about a violent, debris-filled monster that looked like something straight out of peak tornado season. Residents watched in horror as entire structures were ripped apart. Multiple large tornadoes were confirmed across Michigan and Oklahoma within just 24 hours. People lost their lives. This is not a drill. This is not a simulation. And today, the atmosphere is reloading for another round. Now, here is the part you cannot afford to miss. The Storm Prediction Center has issued 2 separate slight risk areas. That is a level 2 out of 5, one stretched across the Ohio Valley and another across the deep south and southern plains. A massive marginal risk zone connects the entire threat from central New York all the way down to the Gulf Coast. 90 million people. Let that number sink in. But do not panic. I am going to walk you through exactly when the danger arrives at your door and exactly when it leaves. Let us start with the area that has the highest tornado threat right now. If you are in Ohio, this is your section, so listen carefully. Columbus, Akron, Youngstown, Cambridge, Athens, Cleveland, Dayton, Cincinnati. Storms will begin pushing into northwestern Ohio around 10 in the morning. By lunchtime, a broken line of thunderstorms will be moving through the central part of the state. Here is the critical window. Between noon and 6 in the evening, any storm that breaks away from the main line and becomes what meteorologists call discrete, that storm has the potential to drop a strong tornado, possibly an EF2 or higher. The significant tornado parameter values in this region are running between 1 and 3, which means there is enough wind shear and instability to produce dangerous tornadoes. By 5 to 6 in the evening, the worst should be exiting Ohio. If you are going to get a tornado here, it will most likely happen during the afternoon. Pennsylvania, you are next. Pittsburgh, Erie, Oil City, St. Mary's, Altoona, State College. A line of storms will push through Erie around 1 in the afternoon, give or take an hour. By 3 to 5 in the afternoon, storms will be blasting through Pittsburgh and western Pennsylvania. By 7 in the evening, the line will be moving through central Pennsylvania. There is a 5% tornado risk here, and the hatched area means some of these tornadoes could be strong. By 10 in the evening, the storms should be weakening. But do not let your guard down until you get the all clear. New York State, pay attention. Buffalo, you could see a line of storms between 1 and 2 in the afternoon that could produce a tornado and damaging winds. Binghamton, the southern tier, storms could reemerge between 5 and 7 in the evening. By 10 to 11 at night, this energy could push all the way into southern New England. 2% tornado risk across the southern tier and southwestern New York, northern West Virginia. You are also in the hatched zone for strong tornadoes. Storms will move in around 5 in the evening. Do not be fooled if it does not look scary on radar at first. These storms could be more intense than what the models are showing. Now let us drop south, because the deep south is about to get hammered. And do not skip ahead, because I have got critical timing for Texas coming up in just a moment that could affect millions of people tonight. Kentucky and Tennessee. A big line of storms is already pushing in from the west. Louisville, Bowling Green, Elizabethtown, expect storms blasting through around lunchtime. Clarksville, Nashville, Columbia, storms will be rolling through between 1 and 3 in the afternoon. Memphis, you are getting hit right around midday. Lexington, eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, storms will arrive later in the afternoon. There is a 2% tornado risk across northern Kentucky. If you are near Mayfield, do not ignore the possibility of a brief tornado. Anywhere from Nashville back toward Mayfield, stay alert. By evening, the worst will be pushing east toward the Appalachian Mountains. Mississippi and Alabama, this is going to be a long day for you. Storms will start moving over the Mississippi Delta region as early as 10 to 11 in the morning. By 3 to 4 in the afternoon, Jackson and Tupelo will be getting hit. Meridian and Hattiesburg expect storms between 5 and 6 in the evening. In Alabama, Huntsville gets hit first, then Tuscaloosa and Birmingham between 5 and 7 in the evening. Gadsden, right in that same window. Mobile, you are looking at storms arriving around 8 to 9 at night. Monroeville later in the evening. Gulfport and Biloxi, storms could arrive late tonight into the early morning hours. Mississippi could see 2 to 3 inches of rain on top of the severe weather. Multiple inches of rain are possible across the entire region through early Monday morning. Louisiana, here is your timeline. Not much happening early in the morning, but by early afternoon, storms will develop near Monroe, Shreveport, and around the Alexandria area. These could produce large hail and damaging winds. Southern Louisiana, Lake Charles, and areas further south, storms will not get going until later tonight, possibly around 11 at night. A very stormy overnight is ahead. You could wake up Sunday morning to another broken line of thunderstorms along the Gulf coastline. Arkansas, you are getting hit right now and over the next few hours. A line of storms is pushing through south of Little Rock down to El Dorado. Southern Arkansas will see the biggest storms late morning into the afternoon. By evening, things should be wrapping up for the entire state. 2 to 3 inches of rain possible in southern sections. Now, Texas. I know millions of you are waiting for this. Dallas, Fort Worth, a broken line of thunderstorms will push through over the next few hours with damaging winds. After lunchtime, the line pushes south. Here is the headline. Supercells are expected to form south of the main line this afternoon, and these storms could produce hail the size of tennis balls to baseballs. That is roughly 2.75 inches in diameter. Waco, Austin, San Antonio, you are in the zone for hail exceeding 2 inches. Southern Texas could see very large hailstones tonight. By evening, the cluster pushes toward Houston and eventually Corpus Christi with an isolated wind threat through midnight. After midnight, most storms will be moving offshore. Georgia and South Carolina, you might think you are in the clear, but not so fast. Pop-up thunderstorms could fire up this evening. Atlanta could see storms around 9 to 10 tonight. The upstate of South Carolina, same time frame. More widespread storms will arrive overnight. Columbia and Florence, the aggressive models show a big storm moving right over you tomorrow evening around 10 at night. Temperatures will feel like late spring, and that warmth is fuel for storms. The Carolinas, for tomorrow Sunday, there is a marginal risk of severe weather from Charlotte through Raleigh into southeastern Virginia. Expect storms to develop around 3 in the afternoon and push through the evening hours. Florida, I have not forgotten about you. The western coastline, especially the Tampa Bay area and points south, could see summer-type thunderstorms popping up today. Just be aware if you have outdoor plans. The upper Midwest, Minneapolis, Wisconsin, you are dealing with winter weather on the cold side of this system. A wintry mix is possible across the upper peninsula of Michigan today. Nothing major by your standards, but stay aware. Now here is the moment I promised you, the twist that changes everything. Monday will be the quietest day of the entire week. You might think it is over. It is not even close. Another intense storm system will explode across the northern plains on Tuesday. By Tuesday afternoon, a large area of severe storms will erupt from Waco and Abilene through Oklahoma City all the way to St. Louis. Chicago could get storms Tuesday night, even southern Wisconsin. The Storm Prediction Center already has a level 2 out of 5 risk in place for all hazards, damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes. Wednesday morning, the severe weather threat continues. Memphis, Shreveport, Monroe, Little Rock, more damaging winds and tornadoes will be on the table. Thursday, the risk shifts to the southeast. And then, here is the plot twist nobody saw coming. The European model has been hinting at a powerful Arctic blast arriving around the middle of March. We could see a significant winter storm event across the Midwest, possibly even the Northeast. Snow. Bitter cold, a brutal return of winter right when you thought spring had arrived for good. This could be the last shot of real winter weather before we are fully locked into severe weather season.
Now I need your help. Drop a comment right now telling me exactly where you are watching from, your city and state. I will personally make sure you get the most specific forecast updates for your area. If you have friends or family anywhere in this threat zone, share this video with them right now. It takes 2 seconds, and it could be the reason they are prepared instead of caught off guard. And if you think today was intense, wait until you see what I have for the next video. Tuesday's storm setup is looking even more dangerous than what we are dealing with right now, and I am already tracking the exact cities that will be in the bullseye. You do not want to miss that breakdown. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe.